It's a great day. My name is Che Brown, the happy entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the number one business development and revenue focused late night show in the country where we're on a mission. And our mission really is to empower, our mission is to inspire, and our mission is to provide you, that's right, you, the entrepreneur, with all of the resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And on this episode, we have the one and only Jeannine K Brown. No, we're not related, but she's still a Brown. And she'll be talking about unstuck and unstoppable winning corporate deals. What's going on, Jeannine? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Shay. And you don't know if we're related or not. We probably need to do some research. We didn't even talk about that yet.
Well, we're definitely related. I'm sure. I'm confident. Somewhere down the line, we are related, which is pretty cool. For those folks that are tuning in, we got a number of folks. They're dualpreneurs. They work full-time jobs. They're very busy. They got a lot going on. They might be saying, Shay, ask her, what's the biggest challenge that entrepreneurs have, and why are they stuck going after, I'm going to say corporate deals, but I'm also going to relate that to going after larger deals than they think is possible. So what's the question? What holds people back from really doing the thing they know they should do, which is go after bigger deals and bigger opportunities for their business?
I think the biggest thing that holds business professionals back from going out have an idea of who companies are doing business with, and they don't imagine themselves. And I tell people all the time, companies buy everything. They buy everything from travel services to supplies to training services, speech and speech writing services. They buy everything, promotional products. And so I think a lot of times people are just stuck in trying to figure out, well, how do I get in the door, and who do I need to talk to? Or will they even do business with someone like me? And so I think a lot of times they just have to move past the doubt and take action.
And the person listening saying, sounds good. Let's talk to one group of folks, the experienced folks, and then we'll come back to the newbies if I can. But the experienced folks are like, wow, how does someone get to at least be a prime? Because I've never had a contract. And what do I do what about past performance? Do I have to partner with someone, let's say, to maybe go after a larger corporate deal where I should be like let's call it a sub on the deal? Or can I just do it alone?
So I started my business and I was always the prime. I tell people all the time, most of the time, you have people in your phone, in your contacts, you have their email addresses who you can get that first entry point into companies. And we don't lean into our networks and our relationships enough to make an ask. And so get in the door that way. And I think, if you have a solid product or service, that there is absolutely no need for you to have to come in as a sub to do business with any company.
I like that. I like that. Where does this incredible mindset come from that you have? Ladies and gentlemen, I know you Googled her. We're going to get into who she is in a minute. Some of you have read the bio, and some of you right now might be working. Maybe you're cooking dinner or something right now, or you're in the car, you're at the gym. So we'll get into her backstory in a moment. But I'm curious, where did this unstoppable mindset that she has, where did it come from? Do you believe that? So here's the question. Number one, where was the mindset developed at? And what's one or two or three things you recommend to somebody else just to shift their mindset?
So I think first my mindset came from, just success in my day-to-day corporate role. So for 15 years, I worked in consulting, doing corporate tax strategy work, working with large companies. And so most of the time I was sitting in the room with people who had titles that might have sounded like they were smarter than me, but then I realized they weren't smarter than me. They learned and they picked up information, they read books, they did everything I did to gain the knowledge that I had. And so I think sometimes when you're in those rooms, you tend to realize, oh, I have the same level of expertise as others and I can deliver that. I think the other part of honestly some of the mindset came from just doing the work, right? Reading the books, praying. I am a woman of faith. And also, I think my family. So just growing up in a family of very strong-minded, strong-willed people who were very supportive of anything my brothers and I did. I think that also played a part in it, but also failure. And I would say that was the last one. You know, the resiliency of failing will teach you how to, you keep getting back up. And Shay, I know you know this, right? You fail once, twice, you keep getting back up. Before you know it, you've built that muscle. And when people say no to you, you recognize that, oh, it just means not now.
And can you take a moment and talk about what the sales, what's your definition of sales and what it look like? Because in this world that we live in, there's such a negative connotation. Even the thought of corporate sales, someone's thinking, well, I'm not a person that can talk anyone into doing anything, and I'm not someone that can convince everybody. And they have this whole negative view of just sales and what it means and looks like. So they always like, I don't really sell. I just want to send some things out. So take a moment if you can and tell them, you know, what's your definition of selling. So we're talking about corporate sales, and what does that look like and feel like for the person that just wants to serve?
So I think it's both, right? Being able to sell and get your products and services in front of someone is the ability to serve them, right? To serve them with your products and your services. And so I always tell people, if you have a child in your life, one that you birth or somebody else you know, and you've had to convince them to do something, that is sales, right? Sales is just influence. And it's a way that, and we are all impacted by it every day, either if we're on the consumer side of a sales transaction or if we're on the seller side. And I think if we believe that we have a product or service that can transform and change how our potential clients and prospects live their lives or work, then we should be out there telling them about it, right? We should be the ones pushing forward that idea so that they will say, hey, I want to bring you into our company. They need to hear this. They need to go through this training. They need to experience this product. Or we're giving gifts to our longtime employees, and we know that you understand and you can make them feel appreciated. So we want to put your products in front of them. And so sales is just a transaction from influencing someone to take what you have to offer and to provide it to them at a cost, right? So it's not a donation. It is definitely something that they will pay for. And we transfer that product and sales through cash. And that's a sale. And it's easy. I also tell people, if you feel uncomfortable with the term sales, then let's talk about it from the standpoint of business development. We are developing business and building relationships with companies and their employees so that we can help transform how they experience work every day.
I love it. And they're peeking over your shoulder, by the way. They're being nosy and they're saying, there is no passion, Shay. Can you read that? The little thing right behind you on your right-hand side says there's no passion. What's the rest of it? They're trying to peek over your shoulder.
There is no passion to be found in settling for a life that is less than one you are capable of living. And that is a quote from Nelson Mandela.
Why is that so important to you? And right behind, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, she wanted in the pictures right freaking behind her. So we're curious, like, why is that so important?
You know, I think because we only get this one chance to live this life. And, you know, I think we have to own the space that we take up. And we have to be willing to put ourselves out there. And this has nothing to do with personality type. So you might be thinking, oh, I'm an introvert. I don't like, you know what? Jeannine K Brown is an introvert, believe it or not. But I know that what we have to offer at Everyday Lead and as an author, the things that we want to put in front of our clients are transformational. We have the results we see from client reviews and conversations that we have with our clients, that what we have to offer is valuable. And so that's why that quote is so important to me. So even the days where I don't want to do it, I think about that, right? I don't have to settle for less. I can go out and get what I want. And there's passion in being able to have this life that I'm capable of creating for myself.
Love what I'm hearing, Shay. This is spot on. It's all about making life simple. Who is this person? Some folks haven't read the bio. They haven't looked at it at all. They just showing up there listening, maybe to the podcast, maybe on one of the on-demand streaming platforms. So two-part question. Number one, tell them a little about your backstory because they're curious. You got some good points already. So like, who is she? And number two, what was that defining moment in your life that led you to this path that you know this is so right for you?
It's interesting. So I'm Jeannine K Brown. I am the founder and CEO of a firm called Everyday Lead, and we work with companies to help them retain talent for people who love what they do in the companies they work for. And I stumbled into this and didn't recognize, which a lot of you are doing, not recognizing what you do naturally. So for over 50 years, I was doing state and local tax work in large consulting firms. I had my own practice, and I just kind of felt drained from the work and I didn't enjoy it anymore. And eventually led me to this work where we help companies design career and leadership workshops, provide executive coaching, and we help them with strategies related to inclusion and belonging. And we do that, and it's so much fun, right? So we service a lot of professional services organizations like accounting firms, law firms, and just large corporations where we come in and we help them design career and leadership workshops. And when I say I stumbled into this work, I took for granted what it was like to be a great leader and to work for great leaders. For a moment in time in my career, I thought everybody had them. And I was just led to start this firm to create this work. And we get to do this every day and get to write programs, work with companies, change the lives of their employees. When people think that they need to quit their jobs and go somewhere else because they don't feel seen, heard, or a sense of belonging, we come in and help them do that through executive coaching, giving them the skills and the wraparound skills to be successful over and above their technical skills. And so that's who I am. I'm also an auntie, a daughter, a friend, all of these things. I am very fortunate, and I don't take it for granted, to live a life that I really do love.
And we really love that you're so open and honest, and we love those glasses, by the way. They're so cool, by the way. They're so cool. I got a little stuff. And she said accountant. I'm like, you don't like no accountant to me. They know me behind some steel door, and you shove some papers underneath it. I'm old, y'all.
Accountants are changing. We are not your grandparents' accountant, right? So accountants have changed a little bit. And I love glasses because they're like the new accessory for eye care.
I can tell because accountants don't talk. Like I said, you don't talk. There's two calls I don't ever want to receive from my accountant and my lawyer. They always got freaking questions, by the way. But anyway, topic for another time. Behind you, there's another item that you have, and it's Unstuck and Unstoppable. And the reason I want you to talk a little bit about that, there we go. The reason I want you to talk a little bit about that is that we have a number of folks that tune in every night, Jeannine, and their goal is to be a 9-to-5 millionaire, right? So they go to work 9 to 5, they love their job, nothing wrong with that, but they also have a business, so they still want to continue to excel in their career, whether to the C-suite or to the next level. So my question to you, you wrote the book Unstuck and Unstoppable. Number one, who was the book for? Number two, what was the biggest problem? You can handle this. And what's one idea you like to share from the book to the audience that's listening now?
So I think the book Unstuck and Unstoppable, it has a great byline. It says it's 5 proven strategies to leverage your value, increase your visibility, and gain recognition to accelerate your career. And so the book was written for anyone who feels stuck in their career at any level in the talent pipeline. And it focuses on these wraparound, what I call these wraparound skills that people often neglect because they're so focused on technical mastery. Right? They're focused on being the best accountant, the best, programmer, the best engineer, and technically competent and showing up with excellence, which I think is necessary. But I think also they focus on that mastery for way too long. And this is not to challenge Malcolm Gladwell and his theory around the 10,000 hours. I do think the 10,000 hours are important, but one of the things that we don't do enough of is the networking, the building alliances, working and developing synergies across different departments in our organizations. And most importantly, a lot of us don't know how to talk about the value that we bring to the organizations and the programs, projects, and teams that we're on and that we lead. And so the book focuses on that. And I think that one of the things that's most important about the book that I say all the time is there is no career fairy floating around in your office to ensure your success. It's up to you to take action.
I love it, by the way. Thanks for sharing. You're so fun. You're so fun. This is so cool. We have a segment here because folks are listening saying, wow, Shay, has her life always been perfect? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out because we have a segment here that's called Today is My January 1st. Now, for those folks who tune in every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you already know about the do. In fact, you might even wait to say those words. You go and let it go. Today is my January 1st. Doesn't that feel good? And for all of our new folks that are tuning in for the very first time, welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. We want you to come back. Please pay this message forward to someone else. But today is our January 1st represents our personal mantra, the Happy Entrepreneur Show. It means you get a fresh start, okay? You get a do-over. That the past, no matter how bright and sunny that past is or how dark and gloomy that is, the past no longer equals the future. And so my question for you on the other side is really two parts. Number one, when you hear those words, today is my January 1st, what do you hear? And then number two, what was a moment you had? Maybe there was a setback, things that go the way they were supposed to, and you had to get unstuck yourself. I mean, we want to know.
So if you told me today was January 1st, I think the first thing I'll say is, ooh, I'm here, right? I just thank God that I'm alive, that I'm here to be seen and not viewed, and that I have another opportunity to serve people and to serve my community and to give back and also to make another sale. So I believe that that is what I would do on January 1. And that's pretty much what I do every day. The biggest setback I had most recently, and most people who know me, they already know what I'm going to say, is probably when I lost my mom in 2019. And what I learned through grief was that I can get up. And so people would call and ask me how I'm doing. I was like, hey, y'all, I got out the bed today. That if that's all I was able to accomplish. So yes, I've had some setbacks, and losing my mom was huge. And I was filled with so much anger and sadness, that grief was weighing me down. But one of the things that I did was probably not the most healthy thing, but it helped me get through 2019. I lost my mom in January. In 2019, I also traveled 42 weeks speaking all around the country and delivering workshops and keynote addresses. And I was determined that even if I didn't feel good, the service that I could give back to the world is making them feel good and making them see that they can overcome things. And so that's my biggest thing that I've overcome. We were able to continue to maintain this business, to reach lives and touch people, to create transformational programs. And it wasn't easy. It by far wasn't easy. I probably also cried the most in 2019 than I had in my entire life. But it's possible to get up and to keep going. And I think part of that too, as I close out this statement, is I've been very fortunate to figure out what my purpose is and what I've been called to do. And I think being able to live in that and to walk in that has given me hope. And if long as we have hope and we can stay on this side of hope and not on the other side of despair, we have another reason to get up. And every day can be January 1st.
Yeah, I like that. What do you enjoy most about what you're doing these days? You seem to be happy. You mentioned purpose. You talk about passion. But I also hear the excitement in your voice. So we're all curious. What do you enjoy most about what you do today?
Right now, I've been given this opportunity to help entrepreneurs with sales. And so through another community that I am in partnership with Traffic Sales and Profits, based out of here of Atlanta, they help entrepreneurs all over the world. I am one of their experts to help with B2B sales and marketing. And so that's right now something I'm really excited about because it's a little bit different than what we do with our corporate clients, right? We're not doing a leadership program, but specifically helping people grow and scale their business by gaining corporate contracts. And to listen to women and men say, I never even thought about selling to another business. I never even thought I could close a $25,000 contract with the corporation gives me so much joy, right? To see their excitement, to see them just, you know how we get when we happy, just smiling from ear to ear and all of that excitement. That's something that I enjoy. And so next week I'll be facilitating a workshop on how to follow up, right? We leave so much money on the table because we don't follow up. We have calls with people. It takes us weeks to get them, information. So I get a chance to do that. And so that is something that I love. And maybe I can come back one day and talk to your audience about, the sales cycle in a little bit more detail and how to follow up and how to close these deals.
Done. 100%. Not a problem at all. See, ladies and gentlemen, she's already got another spot. She said, I got to come back, show you. You see how smooth that was? And I said, yes. I got a yes. Isn't that amazing, by the way? You know, you've learned so much in your life. One of my favorite questions to ask is, of all the mentors, well, here's the question. What's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given? And I like to frame it for the audience that you've had so many mentors along this journey of life. Read, I don't know, countless books like most of us. And I don't know how many YouTube videos you watched online to continue to learn. But if you had to reach out and just grab one piece of advice that you've been given to you that you want to share with the audience, what would it be and why?
So I recently wrote an article for a trade publication, the Journal of Accountancy, and the article was on psychological safety. But in that article, I talked about one of the leaders that I worked for. And when I started there, I almost felt this sense of imposter syndrome on one of my first writing assignments. I got this writing assignment back. It was covered with red ink. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I thought I was a good writer. And the best piece of advice that I got that really strengthened my confidence to remind me that I belong was when the partner looked me in the eye and he was like, we hired you because you're a great writer. And it just reinforced the fact that I belong there. And he was like, Jeannine, you belong here. We're going to get everything we want from you while you're here. So you better remember what you want. You better figure out what you want from us. And what that did was teach me is that every relationship I enter into needs to be reciprocal, right? I can give, but it is okay for me to also receive. And it doesn't mean that I am greedy, that I am using someone. And so when I am in relationship with people, I do look forward to see, well, what can we both give to one another? And I think that's the best advice that I've ever received. It started in a work format, but I use it in my life, right? If I'm going to give to someone or someone's going to give to me, I end all my conversations with, is there something that I can do for you?
I love it. What do you do for fun? We're not out saving the world, help people make money, get corporate contracts, get unstuck, find a purpose and passion. What do you do for fun these days?
You know, anywhere in the world, and it could be right here in my home, I like spending time with my friends and family. I just want to laugh. I want to be silly. I don't want anyone to say to me, "Oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you did that." You know, just this sense of freedom to be myself and fully me. If I want to talk, if I don't want to talk, but as long as I'm with the people that I love and that love me back, without any conditions or judgment, is the best thing for me. Now, I do love to do that in other cities on the beach. I love to travel. I love to read books when time permits. I love to eat and cook. Those are the kind of things that I like to. I love to play sports, hiking, and being outside is my favorite thing to do. And if I can do that with my friends and family, then life is good.
Life is good. Well, let me say two things. One, thanks so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. Last two questions. Number one, what type of clients are you looking to work with these days if your firm is taking on any? And number two, how can folks best connect with you? How can they stay in the conversation over and beyond the time you and I've had today?
Yeah, so the kind of clients that we work with, so we sell our book to anybody. So if you're interested in buying a book, you can find our book on Amazon or at Unstuck and unstoppable.book.com. And if you're a corporation or a corporate leader, or you own your own firm and you need your team trained and to really embed your culture into how they lead and make decisions, and you're trying to create high performing teams that are innovative and creative and psychologically safe so people can thrive at work, those are the kind of companies we work for. So any size organization that is looking to do those things. And you can reach me on any social media platform at Jeannine K Brown. And you can reach me at our website at everydaylead.com. No, it's not. You can reach us on our website at everyday-lead.com. Sometimes even I forget.
I understand that. Thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. And I just want to say to everybody listening, y'all keep tuning in to the Happy Entrepreneur so you can get some great nuggets.
Thank you so much. And thank you to viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Without you, there is no show. So we appreciate every time you show up. Even if you're watching the replay, you're there now watching it. Thank you so much. Thank you for every like and every comment. Please pay this message forward, by the way. And as you're watching right now, I never get tired of reminding you that, well, in the words of Jeannine K Brown emphasized, you're unstoppable. That you're truly amazing. That you're an incredible human being, and you're going to be making such a huge difference in the world. Not only as a game changer and a world changer, but someone that has a gift that can help someone else's life better. So with that being said, I believe today is your January 1st. Because of just that one reason alone, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name it still is. It hadn't changed. Jay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. We'll make some good things out. We connect again next time. God bless. Thanks, Jeannine. We appreciate you. Peace, everybody. We out.